Behind the Red Sports Podcast right there. I got to find another intro on what I should do for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, this second episode, man, day 2 right here. So but before we get to that, you know what I mean? Talk to him, Rhett.
No, as if everybody heard earlier today, once I got the what was it, the from Ernie Johnson, about the passing of Gregg Popovich's wife, Erin Popovich, and it doesn't matter who you play for, not who you play for, but who you root for. It's all in a game of basketball, and I think Gregg Popovich is one of the best coaches that we've ever seen in the game of basketball. I think ever since the league has been going, and he's been such a good coach, and that franchise over there of San Antonio Spurs, they this is the thing about them is I have a friend who's a big Spurs fan, and it seems like how he is, like he doesn't really talk a lot. Like I feel like that's how their fan base is. Like they're very neutral, especially with their how many wins, like how many championships their franchise has gotten and everything. And all the other players that have gone against Gregg Popovich's team, I think all respect him.
Yeah,
he's a very good coach, and I give all my condolences, thoughts and prayers and everything to Gregg Popovich for right now. So that's all I have to say about the passing of his wife.
Another passing today too, right? Bruno.
Yeah, this morning, he was professional wrestling legend, Bruno Sammartino. He also passed away this morning as well. He was rushed to the hospital. I don't know the whole details in it at all. I mean, they probably put out more details about it, but I didn't read more into it. I woke up and then saw the news about it. All right. So here's just a real quick story. So my dad, that's Bruno Sammartino is my father's favorite wrestler of all time, professional wrestler of all time, and he told me a story that when he was younger, him and his cousin brother used to always be fans of Bruno Sammartino, and at one point he was about to change his last name because he was a big fan of him. He was about to change his last name to Sammartino. So so basically I would have the last name Sammartino, which is kind of weird in a sense, but still but still, it's two passings, that hit close to any fans of professional wrestling or basketball. And, condolences, thoughts and prayers to both families from both sides. And we're trying to get this whole sports podcasting, and we cater to all kinds of sports. So, I thought that would be a little addition to having that segment there real fast before we get into the games that have been happening. Yeah,
that right there. So, yeah, rest in peace to them both and whoever else passed on this day. You know what I mean? Okay.
All right. Well,
let's get to it. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's get to yesterday's game. Toronto and Washington. Hey, time out before we get into that. I got a bet going on too that my buddy Matt, my bro, he don't think that Washington is going to win a game. I said they'll win one. We put a little bet on it, so win one at home, man. If they don't, I'm gonna be mad, doggy. If they get swept by Toronto.
See, we had this discussion about well, you were going for Washington, and I think
my prediction though for that.
I think you did. I think you did, if I remember. But the way Toronto was playing, just they kind of just dominated the game. How they played yesterday kind of remind me of how the Rockets played today. Just I think they just overpowered the Wizards. And I agree with you. I mean, I hope that Washington does get a get a win at
Oh, they
home.
will. They will.
I hope they do, because if they lose game 3, it's very critical with that whole thing. I mean, I say if they lose game 3, they will not win game 4 at all.
Yeah. I hope if they lose game 3, man, I hope they win game 4 so I can win my bet. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, okay, this is the real question. How much did you bet?
Dollars B. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. I think we bet like a dub. Actually a dub. You know what I mean? A bet is a bet.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean? I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
win my bets, man.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you put like 50 cents down. You know you're
Facts.
gonna win.
You know what I mean? But check it out, bro. I think he dropped like his playoff career high 37 or something like that. He just beasting on him, man. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I think Kyle Lowry he struggled again, but it's that bench, man, with CJ and Wright. They dope, man. You know what I mean? And Valanciunas, I think, had a double in it.
I mean, like I said, if Washington plays the way that they did, I mean, it just seems like that's how it was in the first game as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it seems like that. I thought it would be a little bit different, because some of the games that happened in the last couple of days with game 2, there was a little bit different outcomes. I mean, I'm not saying all of them were, but I thought Washington would do something different. But like I said, if game 3 comes down to it, if they win, they could have a chance, and if they can win game 4, they could stay in it. But
see, this is the thing. Toronto's at home anyhow. They should win those games, right?
Yeah.
Like, truthfully, Washington ain't do that bad. You know what I mean? Only person I know that had a bad shooting night was Bradley Beal. Other than that, they bench did dope. John Wall dropped about 29, 30 some points. 29, I think. They did decent. It was just Bradley Beal was struggling, and Toronto just had that home, what they call the 6 man. They had that home court advantage there, and
yeah,
you feel me? They pulled away at the end. You feel me? Because I kind of thought the Wizards was gonna catch up and make a game out of it, and I think I put my head down for a little bit to pray, and I looked back up, and they was down by like 15. It looked like, you know what I mean? So it was over with from that. So I think they'll take their home games though, for sure. You know what I mean? I don't think
I hope so, because I want a series going on. I want every game that, like, every series that's going on. I want a good series, and it's just I'll go with you. I'll go with you on that. If you believe that Washington, when they go home, if you feel like that they're gonna win game 3 and game 4, I'll co-sign to that.
Too, man, because if they get beat by Toronto, man, or let alone if they get swept, brother, they gotta, like I said last podcast, they gotta make some changes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They definitely gotta start chopping that team up, because this happens every year. You know what I mean? It seems like it happens every year. Same with Toronto. You know what I mean? Even if they make it to the next round, if they was to meet whoever in the next round and they choke in that, make some changes. You feel me?
Yeah, it's that curse that has a hold on certain teams lately for the last couple years. And I seen that with Washington, and I seen that with Toronto. And
facts.
I think, it'll be a good series if Washington can keep it up. And I hope they do, But it is what it is. I like I said, I'll agree with you. If they take game 3, game 4 will be interesting. If they get game 4, then we have a series, We have a good series going on.
That could come down to 7 if it's back and forth like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But ultimately, you know what I mean? I believe that Toronto gonna take it. You know what I mean? I know, yeah. I was kind of like wishy-washy on it at first, but looking at it, you feel me? Like, Toronto, they dope. You know what I mean? And they did a hell of a job building that team up, especially this year with the bench and the new guys they got there. Like, some of these guys I don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it seems like
that they, I don't know who the hell he is.
It seems like they just developed everything from last year, because last year they didn't have a bad year last year either, and it just seems like they came back a little bit more stronger this year. You can tell by the way they play.
Bench.
Yeah,
bench last year, but Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Toronto is up in this series 2-0. You feel me? And they're gonna take the series still, but I'm banking for the Wizards to at least win a game so I can win this little bet right here. You feel me? For this little bit of change. You feel me?
You're like, hey,
For
I need to go
real.
get some.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I need to go hit up that dollar menu at McDonald's. Come on.
Oh, we don't eat the people burgers no more, man. You feel me? We'll go flip it at the casino or something. You feel me? Like for real. But yeah, that was that first game I watched right there, bro. And you know what I mean? They just looking they looking good, man. So far, so good.
Yeah.
You feel me?
All right.
We still got games to go for it.
All right. So the next game that is on the list.
It's on the list, brother. We got the Bucks and the Celtics. You know what I mean? Right down, man.
Yeah. I think this was this one was interesting. This one wasn't like what do you call it? Like the last game, like first game.
Yeah, the last one was the first game was close.
Yeah, first game was close. This one not so much, you know. I think I don't know. I think this could be going down like how you're talking about Washington, you know.
Yeah.
I think if it goes back to Milwaukee, we could have a good game coming out of there. I mean, you know, Milwaukee did have a good game in the first game in Boston, at Boston, you know, the TD Garden, and I think that I think Milwaukee will come back in Game 3. They'll be at home. I think even the fans there will be having a lot of energy. And I think we could see a repeat of the first game. And you know, if Bucks can play a better game than what they did in Game 1, I think we could have a very good series. This could be a back and forth situation.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, because both of them have a lot of good players on their teams.
Mm-hmm. Evenly too, to me. You know, man. Like, I think, you know what I mean, they're gonna take their next game when they play in Milwaukee. They're gonna win that one. They may win 2 straight actually in Milwaukee. You feel me? Who knows? You know what I mean? But that's just what I think, because that, like you said, that crowd, man, that crowd to get them on point, and Chris Middleton, and you know, Giannis, he comes and do what he do. You feel me?
Oh, Giannis,
they got to do. You feel me? Facts.
Yeah, Giannis is a good player. Like, you know, I really didn't follow him all too much, but from what I've seen during the season that I've seen already, and then seeing how he's been playing during the playoffs right now, very good player. But you know, you got on the other side, you got players like Rozier and everybody else, and I feel like that the way Boston has been playing, you know, like I said in the last podcast, last episode, that Boston has just has a surge of players that, you know, just got a lot better during the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kyrie Irving is, you know, testament to that.
Dude, that coach too, bro. Like that, yeah, good coach. He kind of like a Gregg Popovich, right? You know what I mean? Like whoever they get, they make it work. You feel me?
Yeah,
they definitely make it work. If 2 of their stars went down, and look, still came out in the second. You feel me?
Yeah,
I mean, play on that, contribute. You feel me?
It's one of those things to where if you're like, okay, so the best player, the team, someone would say, you know, Kyrie Irving, which, you know, hands down, I'd probably say, Kyrie Irving. And then if it's any other team that has a star player on their team and that star player gets injured, usually you see that team not playing so well sometimes, in most cases. I'm not saying that it's like that in all cases with a lot of teams when their star player goes out, but you can tell that, you know, that the team doesn't really gel without the team captain. But once Kyrie Irving got injured, you can tell that the team is still very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
at ball handling, at passing, at shooting, anything. And you can tell by Boston the way they've been playing, they're hungry for this championship. They're hungry for it to go into the next round. They're hungry to win this series. And that's not taking anything away from Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks does have a young team as well, and they're just as hungry. And that they can play at the caliber of how Boston's playing, because look at how they played in that first game with those. I mean, if they didn't want it, they would have just gave up and just let Boston win that first game. But they just kept going, trying at it. They hit the buzzer beater. They want it.
Yeah.
So these two are two young teams that want it. And honestly, whoever wins the series is the best team that won out of both of them. And I hope that it goes to. I hope it goes to 7. I hope it goes to 7.
This probably like the best game in the East, or the best matchup, right? To me.
Yeah.
Hungry young teams, you know what I mean? Like, well, we got the Toronto, and we got the Indiana and the Cleveland. Woo up the band, but it's like these two teams right here, because you never know what'll happen. You know what I mean with these two teams. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was a damn near blowout in that one, but you know what I mean. At the same time, like I said, Boston should have won those anyhow, because they at home. You feel me? If they was to lose one of those games, either the first one or this one right here, then you feel me, it would have been a different story, because I believe take their home game, knowing they going back to the crib, and you feel me, it's gonna be a different energy there, and
it's gonna be different. It's really gonna be different, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, but yes, it's definitely a good matchup though, man. You know what I mean, and snapping, you know what I mean, and Jalen. Who was that other guy you talking about? Terry Rozier. You feel me? Didn't know too much about him until, you know what I mean. I say earlier this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Kyrie set out a few games, you feel me? And I'm like, dude, like, I thought he was gonna be like a, you know what I mean, on and off side player, but he brings it at night, man.
That's the thing about it, is that you get an established player who wants to venture off and go on another team, like Kyrie did for Boston. And Boston isn't just a push around team. I mean, that franchise is one of the best franchises, if not in all basketball. And you push him over there, he's got a well-established name. Everybody knows who he is. And then all of a sudden you start figuring out who these other players are. Like I said, I didn't know anybody on the Boston team at this point. And then you just keep watching, and you start figuring out, hey, these guys aren't that bad. Some of these players, you start figuring out there's a lot of good players, new players that are coming up. And a lot of older players that have been playing for a while now. It's that time of era to where they're going to start getting pushed out. You're going to start getting these newer names in. And I think that's the case with this one. Like I said, both Milwaukee and Boston have very young, players on their team, and they're here to shine. They're here to show that they're hungry for the series, for the playoffs, and for the championship. Depending on how you look at it,
I just kind of wish that for Milwaukee part at least, that I watch a lot of Bledsoe's game, right with Phoenix. You feel me? He hasn't been playing like that at all with Milwaukee. You feel me? I just hope that, you know what I mean, he get his foot and play like he played with Phoenix. And, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll do some damage, you know what I mean? Because he's a good player, man. You know what I mean? Back when he was with Phoenix, like, he had these good games and bad games, but he got to step up more in these playoffs, man. You know what I mean? And Jabari Parker too. Actually, I'm biased because he's from Chicago. You know what I mean? I know he's been dealing with injuries and stuff like that.
This
you know what I mean? But Jabari got to. You know what I mean? Whatever minutes he got to make them count. You feel me? He definitely got to make them count. So, you know what I mean? Or he gonna be out of there. You know what I mean? As soon as they could get rid of him. You feel me? Because that's just taking up a roster spot right there. Jabari, come to the Bulls, buddy. You know what I mean? Come back home. You do good. You know what I mean? Facts.
That's the thing, is that I wish that Bulls will, work on their franchise. And it's one of those that just like kind of sizzled out for a while. And
they trying to tank it till they make it, man. Tank it until
Yeah.
they make it. But out of this right here, yeah, we talked about it. I got Boston winning this one, winning this series
Yeah.
right here. I forgot how many games I said though. Maybe in 6. You know what I mean? Maybe 5. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I believe they're gonna take it. They're gonna move on for sure.
I think I said I think I said like in I think I said in 6, but you know, if I gotta watch. It depends. I'll still say 6, but my mind could be changed if Milwaukee, how they play in Milwaukee, for Game 3. If they win, then my mind could change and it could go all the way. Could go the distance to 7.
Yeah.
But I think overall, Boston is the better team overall out of both of them, and I think that Boston will take the series, in my opinion.
Maybe 5 or 6 games, you feel me? But I don't want it to go 7. I just, you know what I mean? Because I don't want them to be tired out for the next matchup they got to go to. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Maybe 5 or 6 games for Boston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe 6 is Milwaukee ain't no pushover. You feel me? And yeah, man, you know what I mean? Giannis does what Giannis does. Chris Middleton does what he does, and some boys they just putting in work along with the vet, Al Horford. You feel me? So dope team, and Morris too. Marcus Morris, man, that's like one of my favorite players right there. Cause like low key, man, like you know what I mean? Cause he gets it done there, brother. He gets it done. Just always consistent too. I'm just waiting on Marcus Smart to get back if he comes back this year. You feel? I don't even know the extent of his injury, but you know what I mean. I just like defensive players. You know what I mean? And he's that. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a good series. I think it'll be a good series still. It's not one sided or anything.
Yeah, it's not one sided at all.
So it's still too early to tell. I mean, it really depends on how Milwaukee plays at home. If Boston overtakes them at their home court, then
it's over with.
I don't know.
It's over with. If they could block out that crowd and home, you know what I mean? It's over with. It's done. It's done for. And just the Bucks just got to rebuild to get some better pieces in for next year. They still a young team. Establish a good coach. You feel me? And you know what I mean? They'll be all right. They'll be all right. They do got Giannis. They'll be all right. You know what I mean? Speaking of lopsided, you feel me? Your team, Portland, is about to get swept, brother. Home wins, cuz they about to get swept, brother. You feel me? Because Drew Holiday is shutting down your man Lillard. You feel me? Well, I said it was like top 5 in point guards.
I saw that. I saw that yesterday. And Lillard tried his best at trying to make some threes in, trying to drive in, try to get a layup or 2 in, and I don't know. See, the thing about this is that I watched this game, and I don't know, for some reason, like I don't know what it is. I just kept watching it, and for some reason the game to me was kind of sloppy on both sides in a way.
I think you mentioned that too, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. It just watching it just seems like it was a sloppy game. I mean, Pelicans they played a better game than how Portland was. And look at all the matchups that you were talking about. And I just think the overall they were playing sloppy. Rondo wasn't kidding when he says that they were going to put more pressure on them, which they did. I mean, look how Portland was playing. How their defense was. Their defense was sloppy. Their offense was sloppy. And I think that Damian Lillard was trying all he can to, there's so much that he can do, but all both sides, it was just different.
Yeah, he did. I think about 7 turnovers too, which ain't a good look. You feel me? In the Rondo, that man is a beast in the playoffs, brother.
Yeah,
you remember when he was with the Bulls last year before he got hurt? Like we probably could have eliminated Boston if he didn't go down. You feel me? He's just like people up. I like his game, man. Like every them that had a triple double, like assist off, but know how to run a team, man. You feel me? And
Yeah.
Drew Holiday lockdown defense and 23. You feel me? And man.
I just think,
but everybody put up buckets. You feel me? They pulled off that win twice in somebody else's house. You feel me?
Yeah. But it's just a factor of like just watching it. Like I don't know. I wasn't really too into the game. Like the more I just kept watching it, it just seemed like it was just sloppy ball handling, on both ends. And No, go ahead.
No, I was in and out of the game too. You feel me? At the same time, because of that, what you were saying, it was kind of sloppy. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think they both got to play better, especially with Portland. They definitely need to play better if they want to stay into this. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you. If they played the same way, they played like that. I feel like they played that same way for the last two games. The first two games, and if they keep playing like that, they're going to get swept, like you said. And I have nothing bad to say about that. I agree with you. I mean, my opinion is changing right now about how they played yesterday, and it was just bad. Yeah, in my opinion.
Because if they play like that twice, games, brother, it's gonna be kind of hard for them to switch that on the third game and they go to New Orleans. You feel me? Because they're gonna switch their stuff up. Plus, they're going against that. You feel me? Could they endure it and could they sneak a win in? You feel me? Because they basically gotta, in a nutshell, they gotta try to beat these guys at home now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They even it up, and that's gonna be tough, being that they couldn't pull it off 2 games straight in their own building. You feel me? Like it's only so much that CJ and do. Alfred Camino did good too, but it's a different. It's just a different monster there. It's too many vets on that Pelicans team, man. Just too many. You know what I mean? To me, and too many shooters, and you feel me? Good defensive players on there. You know what I mean? They probably won't put up a lot of buckets, but they'll lock you down for a while. You feel me?
I mean, Pelicans they played a better game than Portland, but if they play the same way as how they play, I mean, they Rondo did his thing. They ended up winning, but just critiquing both teams of how they played, they both were sloppy on both sides, and let's just say that they go to the next round. They'll be either seeing Golden State or San Antonio, which I think they're most likely they're going to see Golden State.
Yeah.
If they play that way towards Golden State's going to have a sweep, in my opinion. If they, if Pelicans end up playing the way that they've been playing, and then they sweep Portland, if they go into the next round like that and go against someone like Golden State, they probably won't win a game, in my opinion, because that team is well established. Yeah, that team is well established.
Yeah, you picked them to win, though. Man, I told you I was going with the Pelicans. I think you called it because you said I was biased because of Anthony Davis and you feel Mirachik and all of you feel me. But you
man, biased either way. Biased
I
either
hit
way.
On the head, brother. You feel me? Like, see, I'm the go at predictions, man. You know what I mean? That shit crazy, right? It is actually crazy. Like I'm getting it. All right. Oh. Before I do that, before we move on, actually, I ain't gonna even name no names, but somebody actually said that is going to make it to the finals this year.
Wait, who's gonna make it to the finals?
But they're gonna win the title this year.
Who?
The Raptors. Somebody said that. I ain't gonna even name Matt. I ain't gonna name nobody. Matt said that.
Who? What?
I said, man, we ain't got to even talk. We don't even have to talk about.
Whoa.
This was yesterday. They told me that. I'm like, okay, like you know what I mean, like, dude.
All right, let's be real right now. All right, okay. Let's be a little real right now, because this might sway into the next game that was also earlier tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Raptors play a good game. They do. They play a really good game. But in all honesty, in my personal opinion, in all honesty, they'll have a hard time in the second round, depending on who they go against, either Indiana or
Either or
Cavs.
they will. Yep, either or they will.
Yeah. And I'm not talking down on Raptors at all. Raptors, very very good team. They're a reason why they were number one in the East. But I see number one teams go out in the first round before, and you just never know. I mean, you could just be like, hey, they're number one. There's a reason why they're number one, and they're gonna win the whole thing. It's like, all right, okay. I see number one teams in many playoffs get knocked out in the first round. I seen number one teams that went into the second round then got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
And the whoever they go against in the next round, I really think that I'm not saying that they're gonna win the series yet. I mean, that's probably what I predicted already, because let's be real, they're gonna win the series. But anyways,
they're gonna take this one.
Yeah, but if they go either against Indiana or Cavs, I think they're gonna have a hard time. In all honesty, and but that also transitioned into the next game, which was earlier, the Cavaliers and Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, that was a good game, man. LeBron snapped like the first quarter, brother.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Before we get into the stats of that whole thing, this does relate to the whole Cleveland Cavaliers. Most notably, it aims towards a certain player. I guess that but certain people, and I don't know who their names are or anything like that, but a little birdie told me that they were not too happy for what I had to say about Mr. LeBron James over here, Mr. Franchise player over here, Mr. NBA all-time, scoring leader, or whatever you want to call him, or Mr. Hey, let's compare him to Michael Jordan, but we'll get into that discussion another time, because I got a lot of things to say about that one.
Man, we do that next real. Yep. Hold on, Red. Yeah, they Big Al actually said it, man, that you was doing a little bit too much bashing about LeBron. You feel me? And he showed up this game though, brother. Man dropped 46. You feel me?
Let me put out a statement here. Let me put out a little statement right here.
On the podcast one day. You feel me?
I'm very sorry for posting my opinion of how I look at LeBron. It's not me I'm sorry that it's not hating or nothing like that. I just look at the game of basketball and stats and everything, and just the player of how he is. And I apologize. I'm sorry that I hurt certain people's feelings and everything. I'm not crossing my fingers at this point at all. My fingers aren't crossed at all. Nope.
Accept your apology, man. They LeBron, they LeBron bandwagoners, man. I ain't talking about Big Al though, but you know what I mean. A lot of people is. You feel me?
No, there's a lot of factors of how there's a lot of factors of how, and there's some of it that's in this game too. Let's get into this game, because there's some things in this game that I was, and Chris Webber, who was on commentary as well.
Man. Like he was on the pipe all day, brother.
He was, but then there was a point in the game where there was complaining, as a certain player who, likes to complain to the referee every time he gets his wrist slapped or something, or gets blocked. Mm-hmm. But anyways, there was a point to where, complaining was going on. And I'm not saying it was just by LeBron James. There was players that was also on the Cavs that were complaining as well. And there was a couple times that there was some Indiana players that was complaining as well. I'm not just, I'm not saying that LeBron James was the only one, but still, there was complaining that was to the ref and everything. And, Chris Webber, he just says, that's a thing that a lot of coaches get mad about. is complaining to the ref, especially when ball is in play.
Yeah, you seen that play too on that sideline play.
Yeah. Especially when ball is in play and you're still complaining to the ref, like you're not paying attention on the court, you know? And he has a good point there. But you predicted this one. You predicted this one when we were talking about this last time, and you know I'll give it up to LeBron James. He came down on the court. He did his thing. He finally he played a lot better than he did in game one.
Shannon Sharp, my Shannon Sharp face right now. I'm gonna get my black amount and my hen dog. You feel me? Because my man LeBron done pulled it off. No, I'm just bored. No, he pulled it off though, man. Shit. Yeah.
All right. You need to calm down now. I feel like you're on the pipe now.
Oh man, yeah, he pulled it off. I'm just glad my prediction came true. You feel me?
Yeah, but you know, I think in my opinion, you know, this wasn't. They popped off very early in the first quarter. They popped off very early in the first quarter. And there was a time in the second quarter where they still had a pretty good length lead against Pacers, but Pacers weren't giving up. You think that someone there's still one game that's still coming up that we got to talk about that this was not. And LeBron James did his thing. He came in. I forgot how his overall score in the game was. I know the last time I saw it he was at 34, I think it was, but that was still in the first. That was still in the fourth quarter.
His finish was like 46, I think.
Yeah, and everybody played very good. Kevin Love was still like it. Kevin Love, you can tell he wants it because the way he plays and everything. There was a point to where he jammed his thumb, and a finger is supposed to not bend that way. Mm-hmm. If you saw the replay of that, and J.R. Smith as well, there was a steal that he had at half court to where he's got good, we call it hand-eye ball handling skills, to where he stole it, he went and made the shot and everything. He's a very good player. My thing about it is that Pacers is still a very good team at this point, and they still showed it because they were down by a lengthy lead, and they came all the way back up to, what was it, by 3?
Big.
At least by 3? Yeah.
Made them sweat too. It made them sweat at the end, bro.
Yeah. And it's that crowd that, you saw a surge in the Cavaliers and in the fourth quarter when the crowd started getting into it. And I still think that this is going to be one of those back and forth things. I remember when I said on the first episode that it's going to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think this still will be a back and forth thing, in my opinion.
I'm kind of like in the middle now because I did say it's going to take this. You feel me? But maybe this the year that LeBron falls short from making it to the finals again. You know what I mean? Just by seeing this Indiana team, man, because Depot got dope. You feel me? They were saying that he probably learned a lot from Russell Westbrook when he was there, bro. The man damn near played just like him now, man. You know what I mean? But except he make better decisions with the ball. You feel me?
Yeah.
And this and that, and you know what I mean. That they just looked overall. They looked dope, man. You know what I mean.
They look good. I mean, they lost, and Cavaliers. They proved that they're the veteran, better team overall. And but like I said, they didn't give up, which was good because there's certain teams which we'll get into that game here soon that looked like they were just like done, and all that. But like I said, I still stand by what I say. It'll be a back and forth situation between these two. I mean, Indiana won one in Cleveland, which is not easy.
Yeah.
From other past games that you've seen in the playoffs, it's not easy there, and they did it. And I think that it'll be a trade-off. I think once it goes back to Indiana Pacers will win one game there, and I predict that Cavaliers will win one game in Indiana.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, so you think Game 3, India take that one at home? Cleveland to take that one.
I
That
think
sound good.
Yeah, I think Indiana, they played very good tonight, even though they lost. But there
They
was
could
no
have done
sloppiness
better.
or nothing. Yeah, they could have done better. Yeah, but still, with that caliber of the Cleveland Cavaliers team, they did very well. Just Cleveland came out and they did their thing. And I gotta give something up I'm not gonna do this all the time. But when they brought up Pops' wife to LeBron James during his post game interview. It's one of those things to where, like I said, it doesn't matter what team you're on or whatever. It hits certain players a certain way, and you can tell it kind of hit LeBron James out of nowhere, like one of those hits out of nowhere. It's just I gotta give it up to him what he says on what he said on the spot and everything, and it hit him pretty hard, and it's still one of those things to where it hits everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter who you root for. This is all a game of basketball, and overall,
Yeah, because
that
Brian knows it too, right?
yeah. So
So
good props to him for that one. I mean, that's the only
yeah.
time I'll probably give him props on anything. Let's be real. But
Oh man. Oh, okay.
before anything, I'll say another statement if anybody has any complaints about what I said right now.
And stuff too, you feel me, and let them know what's popping. You feel me in the comments. You feel me. Let me know what's popping too. Matter of fact, you feel me, because we're gonna get into some stuff in later episodes. You feel me. So what I mean, I'm just kudosing to LeBron on this game right here, being that I was saying that they's gonna win this game. You feel me? I'm glad they did. You feel me.
Yeah.
Just so what I mean, just to redeem themselves. But you feel me. Other than that, Indy they started off slow, man. If they with a good foot, basically, if that sound right, you know what I mean. It probably would have been a closer. It ended at a closer game, but they never took the lead or nothing like that. They possibly could have won it. You know what I mean?
They could have won it. Like I said,
they started off good.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't give up at all. You can tell they didn't give up. And any other team in the playoffs, they probably get tired and everything at how far back that they were at the half. Like some of them probably wouldn't recover as how Indiana did, and they didn't have no lead or anything like that. But at the end of the game, they were only down by 3.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the referees did a dope job in this game. To me.
Yeah, I think they were very neutral in the game.
Job in this game right here, bro. You know what I mean? But I still got Cleveland taking this in the series. I forgot what I said that they would take it in, but they taking it.
This one's gonna be a close one, and I still stand by Indiana. But like you said, how you were talking about, don't count LeBron out, which this game proved that fact. And but I still have certain little things about LeBron James that I have to, about complaining and whatnot.
Yeah, we want to address that on the real. We addressed that. We addressed that in snaps. Let me see. We do that. You feel me?
Right.
We'll do that because it's like stuff that we need to discuss anyhow. You know what I mean? Just about our off air. You feel me?
Certain things.
They probably know what we're going into anyhow when we talking about that. You feel me? So that nobody else brings up, but we gonna do it. You know what I mean? Hate it or love it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's move on to this next game real quick, bro. I didn't see the first half of this Utah game, man. I didn't know they was down by like 17 or something like that because I was watching the Rockets game at that same time.
Yeah, I was watching more of the Rockets game than this game right now. I saw while the Rockets are playing, I was watching the fourth quarter of this one.
That's what I called too.
And I'm glad, like, honestly, like, the first game of this one was kind of falling flat for me. And I think what did I say that the first episode? I said that this one really wasn't catching my interest. It was just a game. It wasn't nothing that was special, but this one was a little bit different to me in that they played a lot better and they came with the energy that I was hoping for that they were coming in the first game. Honestly, and I don't know. I think Jazz did their thing this time around. And I hope they keep doing that.
Yeah, man, this game was dope. I just caught the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah,
And the man Donovan Mitchell, man, you feel me? And Derek Favors too.
yeah,
The X factor in that game, you feel me? Because I guess as far as what the announcer was saying that Donovan he scored 13 in the fourth, right?
yeah,
Of his 28 and wore up the band, and Ricky Rubio showed up on him out, and he showed up. Gobert showed up on his free throws at the clutch time at the end of the game. You feel me? But Derek Favors, he definitely showed up. I don't know what's I don't know. I thought they was gonna get swept. To be honest, you feel me? Because I thought that Donovan Mitchell wouldn't be playing because of the foot thing. But that man is tough, man. You
yeah.
feel me? Like the man to play through injuries, man. Like you already see it. You know what I mean? And you feel me? And what's up with OKC, man? I don't know what's up with them. They
Okay,
like a hot and cold, right? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It was something like they're kind of up and down in some situations, and and I think that this could be a good series still. In my opinion. I mean, like I said, that the from watching the first game, it was kind of falling flat for me. I was just all like, yeah, it. These two are kind of neutral. They're kind of about the same with each other. Whoever wins, But the surge that when I was watching the fourth quarter of this one, the surge that Utah was doing, that's how they need to keep playing, and that's the type of energy and excitement that you need in this. And Westbrook's gonna be Westbrook. OKC is just gonna be OKC. It seems like they're always the same, and to break down mold, Jazz just need to just keep doing that. Put some pressure on them. One of these, like they played neutral before, and they just seem like they're just the same team. It's just watching two teams that are the same plane. But if they put the pressure on them, this could be something like the Portland and Pelicans type of situation if they really wanted it to. Just keep putting pressure on them.
Yeah, Utah, man, they surprised me, man. Just like Donovan Mitchell said at the end of the game, his post game interview with Shorty, they was doubting him and Rubio. You feel me? And they showed up. And he was like, they also doubted that they'll make it to the playoffs. He was like, we here. You know what I mean? They snuck one. You know what I mean? Man, when folks thought they would get swept or you blew up the band, man, they beat these guys by 7 points, bro. You know what I mean? And that man turned it on. He gonna be dope. He gonna be dope. He gonna be a household name. And this man's a rookie. You feel me? And Derek Favors, he set the foundation. You feel me? With his double, he said it. You know what I mean? They just took after that and made their way back from however much they was down by, and to come back and win that, brother. That they got a heart, man. They got to tell you something right there. And I'm glad Utah won, just because that's my favorite team growing up.
If Utah wins the next game, well,
they should, because they're gonna be at home. Hopefully, they pull it off.
Yeah, they're gonna be at home, which they're only about 3 hours away from me at this point. And
hold on, time out, Red. You don't go down for Utah games?
No, I haven't gone down there for a Utah game for a while.
That'd be dope to watch right there. My bad. I'll continue on, man. I forgot
no.
right there, by.
No. I think that if they take these next two games, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be exciting. We already know who OKC is. We know who Jazz is, but it'll be something different to watch. Jazz go into the second round, and they could, if they play like how they did, still in the next couple of games. And I don't know. Like I said, OKC is still the same team. They're still the same. They play the same. They have always been the same. They're like
playing like that, bro.
Yeah, like you hit on the head. They're hot and cold at times. And
they can't win like that. They won't beat nobody playing like that, man. Not in no finals.
No, I don't think so.
Especially not in the, you know what I mean? Like, game just looks sloppy to me. You know what I mean? It's like it's every man for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How they play. You know what I mean?
It's been like that since Durant was playing on their team.
Yeah. like we was talking about, it was a 2-man game when he was there.
Yeah.
Basically, you feel me? And it's like this. It's the same thing, but with the addition of Melo. You know what I mean? And Paul George. So it's a 3-man game, really. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or when Westbrook penetrates here, dish it off to Adams and move off the bam, and you know what I mean. He do what he do. You feel me? He actually got fouled out of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He ain't do too good anyhow, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
We had it as a sweep, but
yeah.
I still think OKC would take that series, and that they have Russell and Paul George, and that's on the team that's been there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, oh man.
Well, we know that it won't be a sweep now, but I think I don't know. I kind of want to switch my answer to Utah. If Utah can keep playing the way they are, I kind of want to see Utah win this series.
I gotta see their next game when they play home. Actually, before anything, I gotta see how close the game is, and you feel me.
I mean, the Utah crowd they can get in there if they needed to.
Yeah, Utah, man. I don't know. They surprised me today, though, man. They surprised me. They surprised me. Yeah, I didn't know they was playing at that same time. Houston.
They did that yesterday as well. Forgot which game was playing during the same time as one of the other games yesterday as well. And so I think they might be doing the same thing tomorrow as well. The games for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just caught the tail end of it because at that time, you know what I mean, before we move into oh, by the way, we're talking about the Utah Jazz and the Oklahoma City Thunder, everyone. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I'm thinking Utah probably get at least probably one more, maybe, one or two more. So this series probably go about 6, I believe. You know what I mean? 6. Like if anything, it goes 6 to me. I think, and I think OKC most likely take it just because of their experience on that team. You know what I mean? They just gotta switch up their game, man. Switch up their whole game plan because they're not gonna get past no Minnesota or no Rockets. Well, I don't know what the heck they doing, man.
Yeah,
I have no idea, but you know what I mean. I got OKC in about 6 games for that.
I got OKC as well, but it's going to be a close one in my opinion between Jazz. If Jazz keep playing the way that they did, but either way, I think if either or goes to the second round, I don't think they'll go past second round, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, let's move it on to this last game of the night, cuz this was the best game of the day.
This one was interesting. This one was very interesting. I wasn't expecting this one to turn out the way it did.
Neither, man. Look, check this out, right? I'm watching it, and Minnesota, they started off dope. You feel me? Jimmy did his little spin thingy on Chris Paul and hit the layup and off the bounce.
Yeah,
but the man, James Harden went 2 for 18, bro, and they still 20 points.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is going on? It's like they was just toying with him. Like it's like it was like a scrimmage, you know what I mean, like an open gym type thing.
But it was weird because during the first quarter, they were doing their thing with the Rockets, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, Chris Paul, like I don't know what the hell happened to Chris Paul. Like he just became like he became player of the year all of a sudden because like he was on fire during this game. And usually, it's what do you call it? James Harden. Usually he's the one that's taking the charge and everything. But like you said, he had a very bad shooting percentage tonight. And Chris Paul stepped up, and this. What was I telling you? I said we're gonna play a drinking game, and every time that the Rockets shoot a 3-pointer, if we would have done that drinking game, I probably wouldn't be conscious for this whole podcast at the end of that.
Hey, bro, these boys shot about 50 some 3-pointers that game, probably.
I mean, what was that point that was in there where Reggie Miller was about to just go lace up his Nikes?
Reggie said, he was like, oh, hold on. He was talking about their system. He was like, I could play with the Rocket. It's something about playing with the Rocket system. You feel me? He was like, I just go up in there and just shoot threes all day because that's basically what they was doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like towards the end, they were just tossing up 3-pointers. You feel me?
Yeah.
And every time when they miss, and go down and convert on it. You feel me? They're messed up. And what's crazy, Jimmy Butler only took about 6 shots that game. You feel me? And Carl Anthony Town, I don't know what's wrong with this man, cuz
Derrick Rose also. Derrick Rose was Derrick Rose. He what do you call it? He played a little sloppy tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To me, he played a little sloppy.
They need to put him in that starting lineup, cuz that the MVP do.
Yeah, he got some good shots off and everything, but I don't know. This Wolves team did not seem like they came to play at all. Like they just seemed like they just came to just play a regular basketball, like a regular season game.
Yeah, they look flat-footed. No ball movement really. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they, you know what I mean? Like I had hope for them when. Because Minnesota and Denver, they was tied for the AFC, and they had to play each other that last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like this, like stuff like me seeing this game, man. Kind of, you know what I mean? Had me have my doubts about them making it. Like, what if Denver would have made it? It would have made it a better game at least. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like it's crazy because, you know what I mean? Carl Anthony Towns, his first game, he had 8 points. It was his first time in the playoffs. Then the man come out and drop 5. You feel me? Like, dude, like you supposed to be their franchise center in the NBA period. One of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Clint Capella is like, you know what I mean? He got him shook. He got him on skates. You feel me? Like, what's going on here, man? Like, come on, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Every time I saw a 3-pointer go down, honestly, my hands went on my head. I'm just like, oh my God, look at these guys again. Then another one will go in. I'm like, what is going on here? Then another one will go in. I'm just like, all right, well, these they established that these guys are done. Like Rockets just simply outplayed the Wolves here. Not just outplayed, but they put on a clinic with these guys right here. And Chris Paul, like, I don't know if you ever played that the old NBA Jam game. Remember how when you would get on fire, the ball would be glowing, and every time you shoot,
I'm undefeated against humans on that. Yeah, I played that.
Like every time Chris Paul would have the ball, that would remind me of something like you could just imagine that ball just like glowing, and every time he shoots it, he's always making it. And there was that point where he put up that layup that simply just went into space as high as it went.
You messaged that to me, matter of
fact. It went up to space and it just came right back down and went in. And I'm just like, what is going on here?
That's great.
I don't think,
bro.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think in my honest opinion that Wolves are gonna win this one. They won't win this series at all.
Yeah, I thought about that too. You feel me? Which I predicted that too. The Rockets are gonna win it, but that was like one of my upset out of the divisions, right? Like if Minnesota was to beat the Rockets, that'd be a big upset because, like, folks, people predicting that the Rockets will win the title, which they I don't think they will, right? But you know what I mean. And my other sleeper was to beat Cleveland. In that division, the East, like that'll be another shocker, you know what I mean? But Minnesota, how they played today, man, like they probably
I would say
probably done off of.
I would say that I would say they're gonna get swept. Honestly,
I think they're gonna get swept because Karl Anthony Towns not doing what he do, but he normally does. You feel me? And Harden had a bad game today, and they beat you by. Watching that man have a good game, they gonna beat you by about 50. You feel me? Like, come on, it's crazy.
There was a point to where he came back in halfway through the fourth quarter. Reggie Miller's like, they don't need to put him back in. I don't know why they're putting him back in. And honestly, I said that too. I'm like, why have Harden go back in? Like, you know, I guess he's trying to probably establish that this is my team because of how Chris Paul was playing tonight. But
want to have fun too, like skip it. You feel me? Everybody else having fun. Let me go out there and have fun too. You feel me? Like, these guys ain't doing nothing. It was a scrimmage, man. That game was trash.
But I think that like I said before, I think James Harden has found his right hand man with Chris Paul, and if one's not doing good, the other one, like for a while there when James Harden, he really didn't have a well established right hand man for a few seasons and all that.
I kind of like Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, but I think
he's from Chicago, man. Like, come on, man.
Okay, well, I know why. But I think that with Chris Paul, they have kind of like not similar styles, but they have like a style that meshes with each other. They have their own styles that mesh with each other, and I think that they play off of each other really well. And I think Chris Paul needed something like that. I mean, he was at the Clippers for a while, and he had Blake Griffin, and I don't think he had that same chemistry, in all honesty, with Blake. In my honesty.
True that. You know why? Like James and Chris, they work good together, man. Just because, like, if one, like we seen today, if one's not doing it, the other one could do it.
Yeah, and that proved it tonight.
Because Paul wasn't doing it. Get it popping. Ariza, like they got different players that even Gordon, they got different players.
Yeah.
Gerald Green every night he put up buckets, like he just come in the game to shoot, you feel me? And feel me, like they just a dope team, man. You know what I mean? Like they just match good with each other, and like Paul didn't have that in LA when he was playing there. You know what I mean? Not really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just a whole different team now. You feel me? Like they usually bringing all the vets and stuff like that to play over there too, but. Different team now, man. Like this team is a perfect fit for him. You feel me?
Yeah, this is a good team for him, and it's good on him to finally find somewhere where he meshes with somebody and he's having fun again. Because it seems like he wasn't really having, like, the last couple seasons that he was with Clippers. It seemed like that he wasn't really having such a good time.
Because everything fell on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Whenever stuff went wrong, it was on him. You feel
me? Especially when Blake was getting injured. Everything was on him, and it's good to see him with having with somebody at the caliber of how James Harden has been playing, how good he's been playing lately, and I don't know. I think that like you said, he's a good fit here with the Houston Rockets, and I'm kind of interested in seeing how far they can go and how they would be with anybody else going in.
Yeah. Well, we gonna definitely see them when they go against Golden State for sure. You feel me? But OKC, that'll be a good, like, if OKC was to make it round, if they get past Utah, like, the Rockets probably demolish them too, though. But you know what I mean? I always like teams right there playing the regular season. You feel me? I don't know why. You know what I mean? But I think they match up well. You know what I mean? But if Utah get this upset right here, brother, I have to go for Utah to take it all, cause if they could get past these guys, man, you definitely got to go for the underdog there, man. No, I'm just bullet, man. But for sure though, man.
That's the personal opinion about 9 over here. That's his opinion.
Check it though. Oh, but yeah, them was the games from the day, y'all. You know what I mean? For tomorrow, it's games tomorrow, but we probably won't do another podcast. If what you say,
Saturday, because we're gonna be doing the what's called the Vargas Broner fight, and if anything happens between now and Saturday night, if anybody gets swept or anybody gets eliminated, possibly, we'll talk about it then as well as part of that one. So other than that, I think we got some pretty good games again coming up, and we won't talk on it. If nobody gets eliminated, then we'll address it back on Monday.
Yeah. Because tomorrow games, Philly and the Heat. Then they got Pelicans and Portland and the Warriors. I think the Spurs gonna win that game, bro. Just because of and they
I
at
think they
home.
will.
Because
Yeah,
I told you, I'm like the Spurs never get swept. They're not going to get swept. You know what I mean?
They won't get swept. They won't get swept. But I think with the recent happenings with their coach, with the personal stuff that's happened, I think they're going to come out a little bit more stronger, and they're going to win it. They're going to try to win it for their coach, like any other team should. Like not just for the coach, but for themselves and for the franchise and whatnot. So, like I said, San Antonio's always been a good team, and they've always had a neutral fan base. Not like other people that that are on other teams because of certain people that are on that team. They've only been playing, or they only been watching the game of basketball for a year or two, and they only know one person. But yeah.
Thanks. All right. Well, we should end this, but do you want to shout out any plugs, anything, any social media, something like that for your followers and stuff too, bro?
Just mainly the YouTube channel that we've been putting this on so far.
Y'all subscribe to it and comments and give us throw y'all opinions in there of what we should do, or you know what I mean.
Also, give us a thumbs up
and everything like that, and spread it out. You feel me? Spread it all out. We're gonna be doing different sports. Definitely gonna do our UFCs and our boxing. You feel me? And we just about to have fun with it. I'm like, my nervousness is now gone now, so I just talk to y'all like I talk to y'all. You feel me? But I want to hit a plug off my up. It's a BNAworld.com for the music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And for this channel, Misfit Society Game, and share and like and show your buddies. You feel me? And if it's any certain topics y'all want us to touch on, definitely let us know. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap on that one.
Facts. So we will see y'all on Saturday. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a goodie right there. Make sure y'all check out that fight too, the Vargas and the Adrian Broner fight. You know what I mean? Before we do that, who you think gonna win that one, bro? I got Vargas winning that one.
I got Vargas. Broner's just acting a little too flashy.
Yeah, he not focused like he should be focused. You feel me?
So, he don't have that. He doesn't have, in my opinion, he doesn't have that Floyd Mayweather mindset. Floyd Mayweather, he gets cocky and he'll throw up dollar bills, and he'll talk about what he has and whatnot. But once you get Floyd Mayweather training, he trains like it's all business. And I don't think Adrian Broner has that same mindset, in my opinion.
Yeah. Definitely got to work on himself. That's about it. You know what I mean? Sooner or later he'll get it. You know what I mean? Probably when he retire, he'll get it. Like he shouldn't have did this and did that, and you know what I mean? Could have made millions and millions by now, but you know what I mean? He just can't.
Yeah, it's just that flashiness that's. Yeah, I'm just like, all right, well, I think Vargas is gonna win. In all honesty,
Vargas about to win that one right there for sure. I don't know who on the undercards either, but I will find out that.
Yeah, we'll find out about that. Yeah,
I'm gonna I'll watch all that anyhow. So you know what I mean? We'll talk about all that too, and yeah, man. So anyhow, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll end it. This is the 9 in Red Sports Podcast, episode 2. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We'll see you next time. 1.